bad news for you. International terrorism is at an all-time low. You see, if Germany remains this expensive, no one will be able to afford terrorist attacks anymore. At least not here in Germany. Example, car bombings, as seen on TV, especially in Iraq. But here in Germany, forget it. I mean, do you have the slightest idea how expensive cars are these days? I mean, legitimate cars. Of course, you might say, why don't you buy a used one, son? Yeah, could do that. But remember, you have to park it somewhere. Yeah, to blow the place up. So, let's say a disco. So if you show up there in some old piece of junk, they might call the cops. And so much for your bombing. So, the terrorist handbook, which can be purchased from me after the show, and I know you want it, and I know you need it, and I know you have it already. You're a little bit young for that, but you get the receipt after the show, probably. So, the terrorist handbook, which is not quite Shakespeare. Well, it is Shakespeare, but more explosive. So, the most famous terrorist handbook tells you to use a decent car. But here in Germany, forget it. I mean, you can't afford it. It's too friggin' expensive. I mean, what do you think you do? I want a Porsche. Okay. Do you want a test ride, sir? Sure. Can I blow it up then? I'm sorry? I said, can I blow it up then? Yeah, I said, I'm sorry. See? Problems. And not to mention the insurance. I mean, this is not America. You must have car insurance before you can kill people in traffic accidents. Any idea how much you would have to pay before you can even kill one person? Okay, you might say you get the money back after the explosion. Well, try to explain to the insurance company why your car was used in a car bombing. That is, unless, and that goes especially for you, sir, unless you're a suicide bomber. Then there wouldn't be much explained. But let's imagine you got the money, credit or something, for the car and the insurance. Then what? I mean, how do you get to the place where you want to park the car to kill people? With current gas prices? Not to mention parking spaces. And it's quite a problem around here. What if you want to blow up Disco A, but the nearest parking space you can find is 3 blocks away? How do you get your potential victims to get there? Leaflets? But let's imagine again, by some miracle, you find a place. But let's face it, there are places where you can't leave your car. Not even you. Okay, it will be a surprise for car thieves when they find out they just stole a car bomb. Or the stupid car gets towed and explodes somewhere out of town. So in conclusion, car bombing is way overpriced and totally ineffective. And that might be the reason why some people have moved on to something cheaper. Or how else can you explain bicycle bombs? They do exist, but I don't get it. I mean, who comes up with this kind of shit? Except maybe for the Dutch. But they're not very terroristic, are they? Terror. You know stuff. And let's face it, it's ridiculous, isn't it? How mature is that for a terrorist? I'm a car bomber, and you? I'm a bicycle bomber. Grow up, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, who are you killing? Women children only? What are you bombing? Toy shops? Does not sound very sophisticated, does it? Not much prestige in the terrorist world, which is so full of prestige. And 72 virgins, each. How impressive for them. Hey, baby, I just suicide bombed in this brand new Ferrari. Wanna ride? Sure, you're the man. In slight contrast to, hey, I just suicide bombed on this brand new bike. Wanna ride? Get lost. Depressing afterlife. And what may be next? Tricycle bombs? Skateboard bombs? Roller skate bombs? Yeah, could be a problem. I mean, how do you work them? Leave them in front of a place you want to blow up? Or are there people who think, I let the bomb go off and on my skates I'll be away as fast as wind? Yes! If you don't have it up here, you might lose it down there too. Which brings us to another drawback of terrorism. Idiots. Yes, they do exist. We just don't often talk about them. It's too embarrassing, even for terrorists. So I'd like to know how many suicide bombers blow themselves up right at home. Not for some religious reason. Just because they want to make sure the thing will work when the time comes. Why do they do that? Obviously, not enough. But if you think about it, with all the unemployment in the world, this could be the job of the future. Yeah? Especially in the US, where many people have to work more than one job. This could change everything. Only one job. Good hours. You have to admit it, very good hours. No problem with insurance. Social security. And you would only have to work for one day. In your whole life. Huh. If you think about it, this could be the job to get the people off the streets. Unless, of course, when they blow themselves up, then they will be back on the streets. Big time. But then again, you could employ other people to get them off the streets again by picking up all the little pieces. Yeah, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. But bicycle bombs in a country like Germany, it's so depressing. I mean, this used to be such a wealthy country, and now this. And how will it affect others? How will other nations view us now? Yeah, they could kill the Jews, but if some foreigners want to do their own killing in their country, they make it impossible for them. Yeah, it's true. The Germans call it bureaucratie. All the paperwork you have to do before you can start killing people. It's killing. It's not good for business. And it can't go on like this. I mean, if Germany remains this expensive, the terrorists might be forced to leave the country after all. Or do they have to become beggars with small signs? Okay, they might not say, we'll work for food, but instead they might say, I'll kill you if you can give me some change, please. Does it really have to come this far? Because doesn't this make terrorism truly inhuman?